There we go. Okay, we're live. What's up, everybody? I'm Seth Fowler. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on today's very special Weekly Heat Live / 800K subscriber special. Thank you guys all so much for that. We'll get to that a little bit later on. I kind of threw it up on the green screen because I really didn't have a better background, but I just wanted to give it a couple seconds to let everyone in the chat, let everyone come chill, let everyone come see what's up, and we'll just get right to it. But yeah, I'm super stoked for this. It should be a lot of fun. My dog's down here just grunting away because he's a Frenchie, and that's what he does. What's up, buddy? And I think he's bored, so I'm not really helping him with this. But what's going on, Joseph? What's going on, Rybix, Morrow, Bloop is gone. Let me know how the audio sounds too, because it's pretty far away from my face. I'm not playing any audio in the background. I might slide that forward a little bit. There we go. Good evening from Lakeland, Florida. Good evening to you, Kevin. I need them Ma Maniere ones. Yeah, I threw them in the thumbnail because I need that to be one of the hotter shoes that we talked about today. Thank you, Luke. Appreciate that. What's up, guys? What's up? SX2 Viper. What's up, Electro Pepper? Hazek B. Giuliani. Scorpio King. Victor Crevo. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much, Nick. I appreciate that. Jelly of Hat. Wish they sold them in size 8. Now, I didn't know anything about hat sizes. I think mine's a 7.5. But, yo, what's up, Veer? Morrow again. What's good? Danzig, Dylan, Owen, Christian, Aesthetic. How you guys doing? Okay, so I figured there's probably enough people in here to get this all started. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys being here. Today's episode of Weekly Heat is going to be a little bit different, mainly because my plane arrived a day and a half late, and I didn't have time to actually film it and edit it. But it worked out perfectly because we also hit 800K subscribers at the same exact time. I mean, literally, I don't know exactly what hour, but I mean, within the last couple hours. So I figured perfect timing. We'll do a Weekly Heat, and we'll do an 800,000 subscriber case. 800,000K subscriber, doesn't matter. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so that's the reason for this stream today. I want to thank you guys a huge amount first off, though, for supporting the channel, subscribing to the channel, and letting us get to this milestone. This is absolutely insane. This is not something I ever thought would happen. I know YouTubers always say that, but genuinely, and then they always say this part too, but genuinely, it's not something that I ever thought would happen, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. The fact that this is not only my full-time job, but I'm also able to support myself and my family and bring content to you guys that I love making is just the most insane thing in the world. So thank you guys so much for that. If it was not for you guys, I wouldn't be here. And that's why, I want to thank you guys with the stream. I know that's not a lot, and I'm just going to try and continually thank you guys by bringing you guys good content. So stay tuned for more. We've got some more content coming out soon. But in today's video, we are going to be doing a Weekly Heat video. And like I said, the reason it's not just a standard Weekly Heat video, besides the perfect coincidence of 800,000 subscribers, is because I was in Vegas last week for Agenda, or I guess this week for Agenda. And I was there all week. I landed on Monday, and then I was supposed to fly back yesterday or the day before. I think it was the day before. I was supposed to fly back on Friday. But what happened was, me and my business partner Osman flew from Las Vegas to Phoenix because originally, I don't know why I'm getting into this now. I'll just tell you guys. I'm already part of the way through the story. But so originally we had direct flights from Vegas to Philly. American Airlines said, nah, you can't have those direct flights. We don't do that anymore, which is weird that they did that. So they put us on non-direct flights, and that was about 3 weeks before the flight. And then the flight went through Phoenix, and so we flew all the way to Phoenix. It was about an hour flight. There was a huge storm in Phoenix, so they made us turn around and fly back to Las Vegas and land, all while saying we've only got 30 minutes left of gas. We've only got 30 minutes of gas left, freaking everybody out. And we landed in Phoenix and had to stay in Phoenix another night. And because it was weather-related, they didn't comp us hotels. We had to buy a whole nother hotel at 2 o'clock in the morning in Las Vegas, which actually is harder than you would think because most of the hotels are booked on a Friday night. So that was a bummer. And originally they told us that the closest or the soonest flight... Ben, he's licking himself, and it's not going to be great for the audio. They told us that the soonest flight that we could get was on Sunday, which is today. Which was a huge bummer. So I did what anyone I think would do, which was angrily tweet at American Airlines, and they said DM them. So I did, and then for some reason, people on Twitter were actually able to get us a newer flight, which was still a long flight, and it had to go through some other places, but we were able to get a new flight that got us in late last night, early this morning. So we're still a day late, but it is what it is. I'm just happy that we have our health and we're good to go. But because of that, consequently, all I was trying to say from that stupid long story is that that's the reason there's no video today, and that's the reason that the Las Vegas... Actually, no, it's not delayed. Scratch that. The $20 sneaker collection video will be dropping tomorrow as planned. So that's great. If we came back today, it wouldn't have. But yeah, Thank you guys so much in the chat for the congratulations. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. What are good pants to wear with SB Dunks? I don't know, there's a lot of good pants. Thank you, Mr. Milk Tea. I really appreciate that. Show us Ben. He's down here just chilling. I don't want to. I will show you guys at the end of the stream. I just don't want to like rile him up after I just got him calmed down. Oh, there's a fly. Oh, I got him. I'm actually really surprised. Sick. Okay. No, they didn't refund us. They didn't do anything. They just got us a different flight, which is really frustrating. And thank God I didn't have like an obligation with my family or another business thing or something, because that would have been, I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have an open weekend. But regardless, kind of sucked. But yeah, okay, so let's get into this weekly heat. Once again, if you're just joining, today's video is kind of a weekly heat 800K subscriber special, and the story that you guys may have just missed is the reason why. But in today's weekly heat video, I'm going to be covering a couple different things. It's going to be like a standard weekly heat. I've got, as you guys can see, the green screen set up behind me. And we're going to talk about some sneaker stories, some new releases, and one of the craziest collaboration sneakers I've ever seen, and I think anyone's ever seen. And obviously, throughout the video, I've got the chat open, so you guys can comment your thoughts on these sneakers and these weekly heat stories, and let me know if there's anything else you want me to talk about, because I'm definitely open to suggestion. But yeah, rip fly. F in the chat for the fly. If you had to choose high tops or low tops, says Alfie. Oh, it's tough. Probably more so low tops, but there are sneakers like the Air Jordan ones that I would usually go high. In fact, almost in every case I would go high. But let's talk about the first sneaker in today's weekly heat video. This is the Adidas. Let me just make sure it's in frame. There we go. The Adidas Pharrell Humanrace Sichona, revealed in royal blue. Now, I saw a lot of people actually got pairs of these from Adidas. Shout out to them for putting out dope videos. I watched all their videos. It's a really interesting sneaker. This is like the first new silhouette from Adidas and Pharrell, I think, in a bit. And what's interesting about this is that it's completely different. It's something completely brand new that we've never seen before. And that's somewhat rare with Pharrell models, because usually when we get new Pharrells, it's either a modified version of an already existing sneaker, or it's just a standard sneaker with a new colorway. So I was very excited to see this sneaker. Overall, my honest opinion on the actual look of this shoe, at least in the blue colorway, I'm not really a fan. And I've got to say, while I'm sure it's a comfortable sneaker, I don't know what the cushion is. I should know, because I think there's boost in there. I swear I watched people's videos on it, but I just forgot. It was like a couple days ago when they dropped them. But I mean, it looks like a mad comfy sneaker. You've got the knit on the upper. I heard sizing was a little bit off, but what knit sneaker isn't a little bit off? Looks kind of like a Yeezy, says Trash Gaming. That's true. I definitely see the Yeezy vibes. I think a lot of Adidas' sneakers have this sort of like knit sock-like look. And while that was very, very popular and sort of a new... it's still popular, but while that was sort of a new thing... I'm trying to clean up the fly guts on my desk. I really regret... that fly. While that was sort of a new thing back in 2016, I think it's a much more standard thing now, and the sort of appeal of it has kind of died down a little bit. However, I am still a big fan of sock-like sneakers, especially because they're comfortable, they're breathable, and for the summer they're great. So it's definitely a sneaker that I really should put the screen over this way, so when I'm looking at the shoe, let's do that, actually. You know what, I can't do that, crap, because I have it doesn't matter, this is fine. Am I... Damn, okay, no. Here's what I'll do. I'll do this. I'll put it off to... That's stupid. Okay, guys, hold on. Give me a second to adjust. And I'm going to... This was dumb. I don't know why I did it this way. I should have, like, planned this beforehand. It's fine. If I look off to the left side, I'm not looking at nothing. The screen's over here. It's fine. So, the Sichona is an interesting sneaker. I don't know exactly what the release date is. I don't think they have a release date as of yet. But it's fine. It's something that, if I have a chance to grab it, I will. Maybe drop a review on it. But I like it. I like the overall shape of it. I like that it's new. I don't love the color, but I like that it's new. And one thing also that I heard kind of years ago was that a lot of these sneakers that are collaborations with people other than with like Kanye, a lot of times what brands will do is have a bunch of silhouettes that they're planning to release, and then these celebrities like Pharrell can just pick and choose which silhouette they want to call their own. So I'm sure that's what happened with this. I'm sure Adidas was developing the shoe for a while, and Pharrell was like, I dig that, let me grab that, let me make that a Pharrell, and I'm sure that's exactly what happened. So interesting to see, interesting shoe. Let me know in the chat what you guys think of it. Brian says Feezies. Kelvin says, yo, Seth, check out the Bembury collab Crocs. Ooh, I should talk about those. I think I did already in a video, but they're sick. We'll talk about them later. Very aerodynamic, says Danny. I'm messing with it, said Handsome Gunner. Why does everyone hate Humanrace now? I'm just not talking about these. I don't think anyone hates Humanrace. I think there's a lot of like dislike towards a shoe from resellers because the shoes don't really hype. They're not hype anymore. They don't resell anymore. And I still think they're great shoes. In fact, well, here's a pair right here. Here's the black pair that I was just wearing recently. The black Pharrell Humanraces. These are I forget what the colorway is of this, but this one was the one I got, I think, a couple months back. Not my favorite one, but definitely a good sneaker and definitely very easy to rock because it's all black. So that was definitely a clean look. I rock that sneaker relatively regularly. So, not a bad sneaker. Tearblood, yo, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate that. You're always dropping crazy donations. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. Seriously. Outsoles are the best part, 100%. They are definitely interesting. I think the outsoles on this shoe are nuts. Once again, shout out to Tearblood. I don't think I thanked you enough for $20. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You don't like the horn on the back. Yeah, I can see that. The horn on the back is a little weird. Is my head covering it? No, I don't think it is. The horn on the back is weird. It might actually make it easier to get in and out of the shoe, though, which I think is kind of cool. But love the socks, though. The socks are cool. Ooh, I would love to show you guys. You know, screw it. I'm going to show you guys something crazy. So, he's going to be pissed. Whatever, it doesn't matter. This was not even planned. This is just because someone said they love socks. We've got a crazy Apothecary sock collection coming out in a couple weeks. These are the samples of them. But we got some crazy tie-dye boys. I don't know if I should show you guys that because I think we have some drops before these, but those are coming out soon. They're nuts. 3M, all sorts of crazy stuff. I'll talk about them in a couple weeks when they actually drop. But yeah, gotta see another colorway. This isn't it. Yeah, I feel you on those. Talk about the Joe Fresh Goods outside clothes, bro. Those shoes are sick. I was trying to grab them. No chance. No chance. But let's move on to the next sneaker in today's Weekly Heat video. I don't think there's a release date for these. I know I usually end off the segments with their like a release date. All it says on houseofheat.co, which shout out to houseofheat.co, by the way, for always having great news. 2021 is the only date they have. So I'm sure because influencers got them that they will be dropping sometime soon. That's usually the case. They send them to influencers at most a month before they drop. So I'm sure we're going to see them dropping soon, but who knows. Next up, we've got the Lamelo Ball Puma signature sneaker. It's called the MB1. Very original. Mellow Ball. Nice. They could have called it the No, that wouldn't have worked. But this shoe is pretty interesting looking. It's a honestly, I'm gonna be real. It's very possible that Puma could send me this. Sorry Puma, but I'm not the biggest fan of this shoe. It looks a lot like just like, I don't know, there's a lot of different sneaker vibes in there. It's got kind of a Kyrie shape to it, like a very sort of wedge shape, which I don't mind. I don't think it's bad. Honestly, I don't think it's a bad sneaker. I'm just not in love with it. It's got that sort of like, almost like Dame or Dawn issue 2 pattern on the side. If you look at the medial side of the sneaker right here. Can you guys actually see my mouse? Yeah, you can. The medial side of the sneaker right here. It's got some padding on the side, which looks fine. And I'm sure in other colorways I will like it more, but just in this sort of monochromatic one-of-one colorway, this all-red look, not exactly for me. But shout out to Lamelo for being a killer baller, first of all, and also having his own sneaker. That's crazy. And actually, I like the fact that it looks like it looks like these are actually like wings, like a wings detail, or something like that. But interesting sneaker. How do you guys feel about this? Handsome Gunner, thank you so much for the $4.99. I appreciate you. Gonna check out the Bad Bunny forums. Those are fire. I actually really like those a lot. Now, here's the thing. I don't listen to Bad Bunny at all. I didn't even know who he was before the collab, and I still know nothing about him. But I think that the shoes are sick, and I think the forums are some of the best sneakers to drop in a while, even though it's a retro of a classic sneaker. I think we're right at the right time where, you know how fashion's cyclical? We're right at that time where we're hitting that sort of like 80s, 90s fashion again. I mean, we've been in that for a minute, but this is a perfect time for the sneaker to shine, and I think it could become a classic in the way that the Jordan 1s are a classic. So, yeah. We've got some comments. People are saying poop. Nah. They don't look bad. Cheerblood says no. Poo-poo caca from Brian. They look like fire from afar. That's true. Not today. Looks fine, but not interesting. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, so these are fine. They're fine. I'd be interested to actually try them out. Puma's been dropping some pretty decent performance basketball sneakers as of late. So, something that, you know, they send them to me, I'll check them out. If not, I may give them a pass. This next shoe is the Adidas Yeezy Boost 700 V1 in the Fadazu colorway. Now I have no clue what that means or what this is. Now, to be fair, I should have read this Sneaker News article before I put this up, but it is what it is. It says, I'm not going to read the article to you guys. Check it out on their website. Shout out Sneaker News. Oh, okay, so it's an abbreviation, or they say a likely abbreviation for Faded Azure blue. I don't know how to pronounce that. I know I've heard it the right way a million times. I just don't know. Do you guys remember on like Windows XP that one like backdrop called Azure? That was my favorite. That one desktop was sick. Anyone who grew up with Windows XP and Windows 98. I think it was purely Windows XP actually. So that was like the mid 2000s. Yeah. That was my first desktop, was a Windows XP desktop. It was sick. I had it in my room and everything. No internet, because I think my parents were smart, but no internet. And I just played games on it, like Medal of Honor, whatever. Sheesh. Oh, some people are saying Basura, some people are saying sheesh to this colorway. I actually kind of dig this colorway. It's not my favorite, and this is not going to be a shoe that I'm going to run out to the store and buy. I just don't need, that's just my own personal preference. I just don't need pairs of 700s at this time. I've got one pair. That's enough for me. I'm really starting to slim down my sneaker collection pretty heavily because I'm just focusing on, honestly, a lot of other things. Like, not so much like interests, but I'm following that Dave Ramsey method, trying to pay off all the debts, you know. And because of that, I'm just cutting my sneaker collection down to sneakers that I actually really want to wear on a regular basis. And I'll do a video on that. I'm planning to do a video on that soon. Because I think that that's a really cool not a new direction for the channel, but something different. Living the Anchored Life, thank you so much for the donation. How do you feel about using sole protectors, like for the AJ1 Travis Fragment lows? I hit a pair and I'm super stoked, but I want to keep them clean. So I had sole protectors on my Yeezy 700 chocolates when I first got them. Because that's when I started going to sneaker cons and I was walking around a lot in them, and I didn't want them to get like really worn down from all the traveling that I was doing. They're fine. I don't have a problem with them at all. I think if you like them, you like them. One thing that I found personally was that they could be a little bit slippery, but that was a sole protector from, I don't remember the brand. But it wasn't like one of the, I don't think the brand's still around, but maybe that was just my own use case. There's nothing wrong with them. I think if your main goal is to keep the bottom of your sneakers clean, that's a good way to go. You can also use some Rejuvenator sneaker cleaner. Sponsored, but true. No credit cards, Dave Ramsey, true that. Dead Snowball, let's go. Yeah, honestly, like, that was one thing that I paid off my student loans, but like we had some other like just houses and cars and things like that, so we're doing that, so that's the move. That's why when I upgraded from the Acura, I upgraded to a 2018 RAV4, which looks sick on the inside. I've got to say they did a good job with that, but I made the mistake of I guess it's not really that big of a mistake, but I guess, well, for Dave Ramsey it is. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to go on that tangent. I was just going to say I financed part of it rather than buying it in cash totally, which I should have saved up for another couple months and done. But it is what it is. I'm getting too deep into stuff that does not matter right now. Let's talk about these Adidas Yeezy Boost 700 Surface. Fadazu. Look really clean. You've got sort of a teal upper with a nice hit of blue on the toe. Obviously, I'm just describing this picture, the same picture that you guys can see. I don't know why I'm doing that. Usually, I just do that because I have nothing else to say about a sneaker. It's fine. It's a 700 V1. It's got a gray midsole. It looks like they took the midsole from another colorway and then added this little hit of teal on it, which is fine. I do like it. I really do like it a lot. It's a clean colorway. Not something I need, but definitely a clean colorway nonetheless. And currently the release date looks like upcoming 2021. So there you go. Okay, so the next sneaker we're going to talk about is another Yeezy shoe. This is the Yeezy 450 Resin. This shoe comes in a very similar colorway to the 450s. It looks like this is just a photoshopped image too of a standard pair of 450s, which is kind of what a lot of people do when they're creating Yeezy colorways because, I mean, it's easy. The shoes are usually monochromatic. Seafoam Yeezys is what Robert Dom Lynn says. Christian Hanneman says, what's the next update on your retro gaming collection dropping on the second channel? I've been slacking on the second channel. I actually have, I don't have it here. Nanoleaf sent me some really cool like wood stuff, which I want to unbox on the channel. And then I want to start dropping like consistent content like on phones and things. So that's going to be coming sooner than later. But no, I haven't actually picked up any other retro. That's not true. Did I? I bought an NES, but it doesn't work. But it came with a lot of good games. But I don't know if I did. I don't think I did a video on it. I think the last video I did was on the GameCube pickup. I don't know. I don't remember. But I'll probably drop another video. I've been slowing down on it too a little bit. Dave Ramsey does not approve. He does not. That's true about that. That's true on that. Yeah. So this is the Yeezy 450 Resin. It comes in sort of a light tan green color. I don't know the exact release date. It says December here on houseofheat.co. The sneaker itself. It's not bad. I mean, if you guys like the 450s, you're going to like this shoe. If you don't like the 450s, you're not going to like this shoe. It's not really anything different than what we've seen. I do think the color might be... No, I was going to say more wearable, but it's like pretty much the same exact thing. I don't know why I even did a segment on this shoe, because actually that's different. So the bottom of the shoe seems to have a semi-translucent outsole, which I don't think any of the other 450s had. So there's that. Excuse me, but that's it. But in this rendering, no, that's just a Photoshop of an older colorway. I don't know. Of the cloud whites, I think, is what it's I mean, it's got to be the cloud whites that they're photoshopping. Whatever. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. No problems with it whatsoever. I'd rather have a pair of the 1020s because they're different. And I like shoes that are different. But next up, needs more color. True that, says Robert. I said the true that. I added the true that. It's not bad. It really bad, says Scorpion King. Seth, are you ever coming out with a heat color changing socks again? We probably will in the future. What else we got? El Bardo, there's a new season of Stranger Things coming out like next year, so do you think Nike will do another collab with them? That would be cool. I love Stranger Things. Jumbo Zombie, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate that. Did you get in on the Aime Leon Dore NB 650 pre-order? I did. I actually got the gray pair. I really wanted to grab the green pair. I meant to grab the green pair instead. I didn't realize we could grab multiple pairs until after it ended, which I'm kicking myself about. It seems like you got your it seems like you got all 3 pairs, which I'm jealous of. I may have to pay resale for some of them. What's your opinion on the high top 550s? They're great. I really like them a lot. I actually have a pair of 550s right here. This was a pair that I wore a bunch in Vegas, were the 550s. Actually the ALD 550s. I have both the green pair and the red pair, but this one I wore all the time. All the time. I wore that and then the Volt Off-White Air Force Ones, which I have right over there, which are pretty worn down now actually because of that trip. But yeah, let's move on to the next sneaker in today's Weekly Heat countdown or list. This is the Air Jordan 36, which we all know about because we've talked about it a lot in the past. Apparently this shoe is debuting in 5 days. The Air Jordan 36 debuts on August 20th, according to houseofheat.co. I'm assuming that it's going to be a pretty widespread release and that it probably won't sell out because usually what I've noticed with performance sneakers, especially like big name ones like the KDs and the Kyries, is that, well actually let me change what I'm saying. If the shoe is releasing in like a limited or really great colorway as the first colorway, then that shoe will probably sell out. And in the past, like the first colorway of any of the performance shoes would sell out. Recently though, as we've seen, performance shoes just aren't moving as well as they used to. So I think what brands are doing is they're releasing kind of an alright colorway first and then releasing some of their better colorways later on so that people like the early adopters like myself will grab like the colorway, and then if I want another pair I'd go out and grab the great colorway because it's great. So this shoe, I think 3 years ago, the shoe probably would have sold out in this colorway. I don't think it will now because I think the colorway is kind of meh. Although I am a big fan of purple, not just because of the Ravens, I just love the color purple. I don't love this sort of like orange look. I think the shoe itself is really cool though. I really dig the way that the 36 looks. It's very futuristic. It's very, I don't know, it's like it's a nice mix. It's a nice mix of shapes. I really like the sort of organic look of the midsole a lot. But the mesh on the side, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm interested to see how light the sneaker is because I'm sure that's what they were going for. And I'm also interested to know some more about the tech because I'm sure that they have announced the tech, but I just don't know what it is yet. Interesting looking sneaker. I still play in the 34s. I think it's this pair. Yeah, 34s. This pair is great. And this is a pair that they sent me right when the shoe came out, and I haven't needed another pair since. And I think that's true for most people. I think you buy one pair of sneakers and you're good to go, basketball sneakers, and you're good to go for a while unless you play like, on a team or something and you play on a very regular basis. So I'm going to pick this up probably for a video. Otherwise, I'd probably let it drop. I'm being super honest in it. I mean, I'm always super honest, but like I'm being real honest. It's fine. It's fine. What does it say on the back? I don't know what it says. Is this a special colorway? I'm not sure. Despite Michael Jordan's signature line, have to blah blah blah. Oh, first look by no, I don't know what this is, but yeah. So it also seems like they're kind of dropping the connection to like the original retro sneakers that they had in previous Air Jordan models, where like the 34s featured some Air Jordan 4 hits, like the Jumpman and the Flight on the tongue, and then the heel tab. It seems like they're kind of getting rid of that altogether. Maybe they're not. I'm sure there's some. Oh, no, there is. There is something. So if you guys look at the tongue, there's that little tongue cover right there. But that seems to be about it as far as Air Jordan 6 inspiration. They really kind of dropped the ball on that. I thought that was a really cool detail or a really cool thing to do. Like really make the sneakers like an updated version of those shoes. But I think the way to go, honestly, is the Kobe Pro Tro way. I think both for dropping retros and also releasing new sneakers. I think, if you've got a shoe that looks as good as the Kobe, as like a lot of the previous Kobe's, drop the Protro version. I think that would be cool if they did that with Jordan Brand, basketball wise. Need a Space Jam pair. That would be cool. Says Quasi Wolf. Seth, what is the LA hat you always wear? It's this one right here. Actually, I have it right next to me. It is, I don't know the brand. Next Chapter. Harrison Neville actually did a collab with Next Chapter, and I have his hat, and they sent this and another hat, and I wear all three all the time because I like the way that they fit. They're like trucker hats. Yeah. So shout out to Next Chapter. Yeah, they make good hats. At least from the ones that they've sent me. I don't know. I haven't bought any, but I like the ones that they sent me. Okay, so next up, after the Air Jordan 36, which is debuting on August 20th, we've got some new Travis Scott sneakers, or at least sneakers that he's teased. Are you bored, Ben? I'm bored, my dog. Sneaker game trash, says Jerry Yang. That spoiler on the 36 is similar to the 6s. Yeah, that's what you're right about the spoiler. I think the spoiler is pretty similar. Or at least the fact that they have one. Have you seen the Tom Snyder NB327s? I haven't. I should check those out. So do you recommend going half size up on these to ball in? You can if you want. I like going true to size personally, but I'm not like really a baller. I just play very casually. I played a lot in high school. Not high school. No, high school. Yeah, it was like end of middle school, early high school. I kind of stopped playing in high school. I played like with friends, but I played like in leagues before. I was not great, but I did enjoy it and I could shoot. So even though I couldn't really run or wasn't very tall, I'm 5'11", so like I'm almost tall, but I'm not. Why is it always brown besides the Travis collabs? I got you. Let's move on to the Travis. Okay, so on houseofheat.co, we've got a story that says Travis Scott teases SoleFly Air Jordan 1 Low OG collaboration. Now, to be fair, not only did he tease that, there are also some other SoleFly sneakers coming out. There is the Nike Air Carnivore 1993. Oh, it's inspired by... Oh, I thought they were also coming out. They're not. Okay, so, apparently Travis Scott teased this new SoleFly Air Jordan 1 Low collaboration. These are the SoleFly Jordan 1 Lows. I think I've said that 3 times at this point already. Interesting looking sneaker. You've got a red suede toe. You've got zebra print, and then you've got some suede along the eye stays of the shoe. I don't know what to say. I don't. I know that there is a place for this sneaker. There are people. Oh, it looks like the midsole is black too, actually, and there might be some. If you look at like the very corner of the outsole, it could either be black or semi-translucent or smoky gray. I'm not sure. But yeah, to my thoughts. So this sneaker, I just don't like zebra print. I just don't think I like animal prints at all. And I think this one is just like so focused on the animal print. And not only is it focused on the animal print, but it hits you with this bright red. Red on Air Jordan 1s, obviously for me, is like a huge yes. I'll take that. But the zebra print, I'm okay with letting that go. Unfortunately, there are no other pictures of the sneaker as of yet. But here are the inspirations behind the shoe. You've got what are these called? The Air Carnivores from 1993, and also these Dunks. So that's the inspiration. So it's going to be probably a smoky, sort of semi-translucent outsole. So it's a collaboration between, not collaboration. It's inspired. It's a mashup inspired by these two sneakers, is what I was trying to say. I do like how vivid the red is. I like the shade of red that they're using. I like the fact that it's on a Jordan 1. But that's kind of the extent of what I like about this shoe so far. DMV fan 123 says animal print is so tacky to me. I agree with you on that. I mean, sometimes it works. Sometimes it does work. But I'm just not. It's not for me. Hypebeast would like them. They definitely will. Especially if Travis Scott is wearing them, they'll like them. I think if they just dropped as a SoleFly collaboration, the heat wouldn't be as hot. But because Travis Scott is liking them, I think the people will be liking them as well. Air Disaster. It's going to sell for like $2K. You know what I think is interesting about this shoe? My dog just ripped. Ben, that smells awful. I'm in a small room, bud. It's ridiculous. I really lost my train of thought. This is nuts. Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah. Resale price wise, I don't know what he's going to resell for. It obviously depends on the amount that are released. I think because the shoe isn't. I think there are a couple things that define or determine resale price. One is at least currently. One is obviously the person that it is a collaboration with, like Travis Scott, Kanye, things like that. Two is how the sneaker looks, whether it's got not even if it looks good, but how crazy is it? You know, some collaborations like the Ma Manieres, they look great and they're very simple and they're still hype, but some like this, People like them because they're crazy and because they're nuts. And then the third is also like how popular is that sort of color scheme. Like if you drop a Chicago anything, even if it looks like the trophy rooms, which kind of look like a glittered Air Jordan 1, which I actually saw them for the first time. I know it's crazy to say, but I saw them for the first time about a week ago. I wasn't impressed. I loved them online. I really did. But then I saw them in person, and maybe it's just my saltiness speaking, but because I didn't get them. But I didn't love them. It kind of looked like there was clear sandpaper over top of them, and that wasn't... I mean, I'll take them. If I can get them for retail, or like a cheaper than current resale, I'll grab them. But it wasn't something I was like, I'm not kicking myself about it anymore. But yeah, so those are the three things that I've noticed. Also, okay, I should rephrase that. The name associated with the shoe, the availability of the shoe, I think is one of the largest things. I think name and availability are kind of like... Availability might even be the most important. And then style. And that's so obvious. I don't know why I said it, but those are the three that I've noticed. And you can sort of get a feel of them. Sort of get a feel of how the resale is going to be when you actually look at the shoe and know who it's associated with. Speaking of shoes that I think are going to do really, really... Oh, you know what? Before we do that, I just ruined it for you guys. Sorry about that. So these are supposed to release in December of this year, according to howsaheat.co, one of my main sources of sneaker news. So Sneaker News, actually. So shout out to both Sneaker News and howsaheat.co, and also Sneaker Bar Detroit, which this story is from, which I'm sure is on all the other sites too, but I particularly like the images on Sneaker Bar Detroit. So this is the Ma Maniere Air Jordan 1. Now we got the Air Jordan 3s earlier this year, which a lot of people are calling Sneaker of the Year, which I understand. In fact, for me, it's definitely up there. I don't know if it's Sneaker of the Year yet because we have to see everything that's releasing, and I think there will be some shoes that might surpass it because of the not the hype, but the impact that they had in sneaker culture. Shout out to John Frank. For the donation. I really appreciate you. This content is incredible. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. Actually, John, you first, because I appreciate your donation, but should I keep doing live weekly heats? Because I'm going to be real with you guys. This is significantly easier for me to do than to edit and film a whole weekly heat. And I will still be bringing you content like the $20 sneaker collection, sneaker reviews, and like whenever a big story drops. But these are a lot easier, and I feel like I can really talk to you guys personally through the chat. So if you guys are interested in this, let me know, and maybe what I could do is drop like a summary, or like a shortened version, edited version of these streams. I don't know, we'll see. And thank you for the donation. Thanks for letting me know the Trucker Hat brand. Posted comment on your last 3 to 4 vids. Looking for you to go. Thank you so much for the donation, man. Really sorry I didn't see your comment. I've been This is like such a lame excuse, but I really have been traveling for the last week and this week. So I haven't really had a chance to read the comments, but I really appreciate you watching. Next chapter, hats is what it is. I actually should probably buy some more from them because I really do like these hats a lot. Yeah. Do you know what Seth, do you know what the countdown is on Yeezy Supply? I have no idea. I didn't even know there was one. But we'll get to that in a minute. So this next shoe is the Ma Maniere Air Jordan 1s. It has a very similar vibe to the Air Jordan 3s. I do not know anything about this sneaker. I actually didn't read any articles on it. I just found a page with a really nice image of it. And that was Sneaker Bar Detroit. It says as a follow-up to the Air Jordan 3, Ma Maniere and Jordan Brand will be expanding their partnership this holiday season with the Air Jordan 1s. Now what's interesting about this shoe is that I don't know whether it will be a women's exclusive like the Air Jordan 3s were, or if it's going to be a men's and women's pair. Now, I'm going to be honest. You guys know me. I'm a huge fan of Air Jordan 1s. It's my favorite silhouette of all time. Love the sneaker. I think it's the best design sneaker of all time, in my opinion. Now, that obviously varies from person to person and varies in everyone's taste, but I think you can't really do much better than this. And I know it's not a Tinker, and I think Tinker is probably the best sneaker designer of all time, and I think the Air Jordan 3s are a close second. But there's just something about this shoe that I think it's timeless. Like, it's really... I could see people wearing this in, like, the 1800s, and I could see people wearing this in, like, the 3000s. You know, it's just a great-looking sneaker. So this shoe comes in what seems to be a suede or nubuck upper, which I think looks nice. Faux snakeskin on the Nike swoosh and around the top of the ankle. You've got burgundy, seems like wax laces. A black tag with a Nike Air... Yeah, it's Nike Air text on it with Ma Maniere written underneath. It's a nice looking shoe. It's very simple. It's very clean. It's got an aged midsole, which I like, and then a burgundy outsole. Of course, you got the burgundy on the Ron. Thank you. I was gonna say Rod Burgundy. It's the Ron Burgundy. The burgundy on the Jumpman logo right there. Clean looking sneaker for sure. But honestly, like I don't know if I said this yet or not, I was thinking it. I just don't like it as much as the 3s. And I don't know why that is. I think for me, Jordan 1s, I prefer slightly different color blocking. Obviously, I love the metallic Jordan 1s. They're great. I love a lot of Jordan 1s. Regardless, you know, I don't know where there's something about these shoes I don't like as much as the 3s. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to figure it out what it is. But no, something about these I don't like as much as the 3s. I love Jordan 1s, but this is not it for me. I think this is a great Jordan 1. I shouldn't have said they're not it. I think it's a great Jordan 1, but it is not as clean as the 3s. And I think the reason for that is that I like the changes in material on the Air Jordan 3s better than the materials, not the materials used, but the amount of different materials used on the Air Jordan 3s over the Air Jordan 1s. I love the suede on this shoe. I think that's great. The snakeskin's alright. I'm not a huge fan of snakeskin. But I like that the Air Jordan 3s featured a lot of different stuff, and it was all over, and it looked crazy without looking too crazy. This shoe just kind of looks like a very premium-looking Air Jordan 1, and that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I will definitely be trying to grab this shoe. I know it sounds like I'm hating on it, but I really do like this shoe a lot. I just don't like it as much as the Air Jordan 3s. And honestly, on foot, it looks very, very clean. It's a great-looking sneaker. It would look great with some Apothecary socks. I'm assuming that's whoever took this picture socks, because he's got a tattoo of the same lion on it. Yeah, it's a great-looking shoe. It really is. I love the Age midsole. I like it a lot. It's also got a little hit right here. It says, Learning's a gift even when something is your teacher, Michael Jordan. So it's a Michael Jordan quote. And then you've got this really cool insole, too, with this like stitched-on tag. Airness by Ma Maniere for Air Jordan. Oh, it does have a quilted sock liner. I'm actually into that. They look better off feet. That's crazy. I think the quilted sock liner actually adds a lot to that. That's nuts. Okay, cool. Okay, so I do like this shoe a lot. Okay, it says, learning is a gift even when pain is your teacher. Gotcha, that's the quote. Nice looking sneaker, for sure. I really do like this shoe a lot. Just not as much as the 3s. And apparently it's coming out around Christmas time, 2021. So later this year. Actually sooner than I would have expected. DJ Damage says, congrats on 800K. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Tear Blood says, to sum it up, you prefer the 3s over the 1. Exactly. Yes, that was the most drawn out. See, that's why I think some Weekly Heat videos are better as just videos, because I can edit them. Like I ramble the same way that I'm rambling now in those videos, except I cut it down. So it usually works out better. Seth tried to check out the new issue on StockX, sending a fake pair of Air Jordan 4 Manillas for $8,000. Isn't there like 200 pairs of those shoes? That's crazy. That really is crazy. I think it's the fake skin for me. Yeah, I can see that. I do like the editing quality of the Weekly Heat videos, but I also like having it live. Maybe I'll alternate, because I feel like I shouldn't be doing... to be completely honest and open with you guys, lives don't do as well for me as regular videos. The views just aren't there. I prefer them overall, because one, I get to chat with you guys, and that's a lot more fun than sit in front of a camera, which, to be fair, I'm still doing, but at least I'm getting some interaction. And two, it's a lot easier to do. It's like, time-wise, it's a lot easier for me because I don't have to edit them after the fact. Oh, my camera died. No! Hold up. Also, when I do things edited, usually I don't have this issue. This issue sucks. This camera has like the crappiest battery. I use my nice camera for my main videos, and then this camera for the Weekly Heats, and I turned it so the green screen's in the way. There we go. All right, there we go. Okay, so with that out of the way, man. Oh man, there's a lot of great comments that I missed. Sorry about that, guys. Seth, you're going to add sneakers to the $20 sneaker collection. It's low-key becoming a resale series, which I still enjoy. I'm definitely going to start adding some sneakers. I'm kicking myself about not adding those Bread 12s. I really regret that. It did add a lot to the fund. Like I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but currently the fund for at least, I'll tell you guys what it is right now, before tomorrow's video comes out. It's around 550. So I could be buying some real sneakers, and I think I'm going to enter every raffle now. I'm going to start doing things on Facebook Marketplace. The week after this week is going to be pretty different. This week I went to Las Vegas, and it was interesting. It was an interesting episode. A little bit shorter than usual, but interesting. Should I hold or sell my Dunk the 50s? I don't know. My friend Osman grabbed a pair on the trip when we were in Las Vegas. I'm super jealous. He got it on the sneakers app. He got early access. I really want a pair of them. Okay, so the final story that we're going to talk about in today's Weekly Heat video, before we kind of just dive into just a chat, I guess, because I think we've actually been going for a while. I'm surprised by how long this has been going. This is great. Usually Weekly Heat videos, like I can only edit them to like 16, 17 minutes, but this one's been going for 40 minutes. This is great. Okay, so this is the most insane sneaker collaboration I've ever seen. You guys saw it in the thumbnail. I'm sure you've seen articles about this shoe online, but this is the Kerwin Frost Adidas Forum, and this shoe, I don't know what to say. I think initially I thought this was a joke, and I think I thought it was a custom. And I still kind of hope that's the case. Because this shoe is... It's an art piece. I mean, let's be real. It's an art piece. I'm going to go to his Instagram page. This is definitely... This is such a tiny image. It's an art piece. There's no... This is not something that you can wear. I'm sure people will, but this is not something that you can wear. This is something that he wanted to put out because he thought it was cool. It was his art. Respect to him for putting out his art, but I as a sneaker head, I hate it. It creeps me the hell out. I don't like it at all. It's funny how the sneaker does look like a horse face. It absolutely does, 100%. And I would never have thought of that until he did this to this shoe. I think, from what I can tell, the one saving grace is that the hair might actually not be part of the sneaker. I'm not 100% sure. I've seen other pictures of this shoe, and it didn't include the hair, so I'm hoping that it's not part of the sneaker, because then how are you supposed to wear it? I mean, how are you supposed to wear it when it looks like this, regardless? But how would you wear it with, like, hair trailing behind you? Beyond me, I don't know. For me, the thing that just does it is the mouth, man. The mouth is just ridiculous. And then the eyes. I didn't even notice the nose until now. That's crazy. This shoe is just the most... Oh, my God. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. What do you guys think in the chat? Clown shoes. True that aesthetic. True that. Ew, not nice. Are you reviewing the Jordan 4s? Which ones? Sarah Jackson. Oh, yikes. It's all removable. The undershoe is flat. Yeah, forums are fly. Like, I'm not gonna lie about it. Forum mids and forum highs are fly. I love them. I love them. But this is not fly. And I think he might be right. I think who said that actually? Someone said it's all removable. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be in the list of top 10 worst sneakers of 2021. It's on there for sure. Oh, the Lightning 4s. Yeah. I'll definitely try and review those. ALZ, thanks for tuning in, bro. Heat, I'm gonna have to cop. Yeah, so this shoe, I mean, even if it is removable, just buy a regular forum high. I don't understand why, watch as Adidas sends this to me. I'm going to feel like an a-hole. Whatever. I may actually have to buy this shoe, legit, just to do a review on it, because I cannot believe that this is a real thing. Yeah, so this shoe, how much, I don't know what I'm trying to say. This shoe's nuts, man. Let me find a release date for you guys. So the shoe apparently is releasing on... There is no release date yet. Hopefully never. It's got 1.97 stars on Sneaker News' heat check meter. I'm going to give it a 5 just to upset the balance. Now it's at 2.1. 2.01. Wow. Kerwin, Kerwin, I don't know what you're doing, my man. Not for me. However, to be fair, if you want to get some publicity... and you have an Adidas collaboration, this is 100% the way to do it. Maybe not the right publicity. This is probably his art style. I know nothing about Kerwin Frost, so this is probably his art style. Shout out to him for getting an Adidas collab. I'm jealous. I've always wanted a collab with Adidas or New Balance or Jordan or whoever, but particularly New Balance. I love my MBs. So, I mean, props to him for getting something that's most people only dream of. But I've got to say, man, this is weird. It's real weird. I think it's done... I do have to say, I think it's done well for what it is. I mean, it could have looked like he stuck it all. It could have looked like what high-end brand is that? It's not Balenciaga. The one that like hot glues on stuff to the side of the sneaker. It could have looked like that, but it doesn't. Please don't cop, says Omar. It's probably 2 million. This is what happens when sneaker gets COVID, says Tearblood. Is this the new Travis collab? Mad Scientist. Amalgamation, says Robert Don Lim. I want what he's smoking, says Jalen. Jeremy Scott 2.0 says Alfie. Yeah, I mean, it does have some Jeremy Scott vibes to it for sure. I mean, especially also since it's a Adidas collaboration. This shoe is nuts. It really is. I mean, I do understand. No, I don't. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't. And as of right now, guys, I think that does round off Weekly Heat for this week. I'm going to just chill on for a little bit longer just so we can get some chatting in. Maybe we can talk about some other sneakers that we missed. But that is the end of the planned Weekly Heat. So it's going to probably go downhill from here. So if you guys want to stick around for that, if you're watching this after the fact, go ahead. If you don't want to, that's fine. Just leave a like and dip. Make sure to subscribe if you guys haven't subscribed yet. If you're new to the channel, I'd really appreciate that. But let's talk about some sneaker news. Let me just open up Sneaker News' page. Shout out to Sneaker News, and see what there is, if there is anything new. Living the Anchored Life says, with some nice emojis too, might I say, are you going to get the Travis Scott Fragment highs or lows? Mason Margiela, you guys are right. From Matthew, Jonathan, and Alfie, and Robert, all said it. And so did Damien and Resin. Everyone said Mason Margiela, so you guys are right. Am I going to get the Travis Fragment highs or lows? I would prefer the lows. I prefer to have a pair. They're also more reasonably priced. I mean, reasonably, they're both reselling for $1,000. Actually, what are they reselling for? Probably, I know the highs are selling for probably around $3K. Maybe 2. Travis Scott. I don't know what the lows are selling for, actually, because I was flying back from Vegas when they dropped, so I'm not sure. Or, okay, size 9. $1,500. That's more than I would like to pay. The highs are going for $2,500. That's nuts. If I actually do a far-fetched video, wow, $3,300 for the highs. That's stupid. Oh man, the regular, I like these ones so much better. Well, and you can buy the original ones in brown for $1,500 less. That's crazy. If I can do a video with Farfetch and grab one of these pairs, I will, because they give me credit for those videos. And then I unbox things for you guys, which is the best. I love Farfetch. Definitely check them out. So I'll grab them that way, if I can. If not, unless I get a great deal on these, I'm not gonna grab them. It's just I don't want to. I like them a lot. Don't get me wrong. I just don't love. I don't love the price, and I think that's probably true for everybody. Holders sell Travis Low Fragments. It looks like you got them, T.O. Congrats. I don't know. I'm assuming hold, but at the same time, the hype is higher than it will be for a long time. What I've noticed with sneakers, especially sneakers that I'm trying to buy, is that as soon as they come out, the price is really, really high. And then as people start getting their pairs in, it drops pretty significantly. For the next couple weeks after the release, it's probably at its lowest, if it's a hype shoe. And then over the next 6 months to a year, that's when it slowly starts building its way back up to the original resale price and then sometimes even higher. So I think in a lot of cases, if you can sell the shoe as soon as you get it for the highest price that you can, that might be the move. Otherwise, wait. Or just sell it whenever you need the money. Wow, they had the Travis Scott Nike Dunk Lows for $100,000. Jeez, bro. That's crazy. They look, I mean, I know that they're like, they look fake. I know they're not because I think they're handmade or something. They're like specially made. So they don't look like regular Dunks, but those look goofy. I'm sorry. I'd love to have them, don't get me wrong, but those look goofy. Real goofy. Yeah, I love this shoe. I think the color blocking is so much nicer. If it was this color blocking on the highs, we'd have a problem. Oh yeah, sorry Tio, I answered your question, but you've been spamming, bro. Gotta put you in a timeout. What's your favorite Travis shoe? Also, do you think the Travis should make more yellow Cactus Jack Jordan 4s? Should make a yellow Cactus. I think that would be cool. I think the Lightnings are about as much yellow as I need in Air Jordan 4. I don't know if we need that, but I mean, could be worse. Seth, do you think the Countdown Yeezy supply could be for the color-changing 350 V2s? I think that's exactly what it's for. That's a good call. I forgot that those were dropping. Where's my mouse at? Oh, crap. Here it is. You know what I haven't done? I haven't actually started prepping for the sit or sell video. So let's take a look at some of the sneaker release dates, because that'll kind of put them in my mind, so I'm ready for this upcoming video. So that'll also help us figure out what these Yeezys are. So I'm assuming that it is for these. It looks like these are dropping on the 28th, according to Sneaker News. Let's go to YeezySupply.com. Yeezy Supply. I would assume that's what it's for. It would make sense. 5 days, 11 hours. 5 days from now, it's the 20th. Maybe it is for these? I'm not sure. It says that these released on the 28th. It could be something else. Could be these, could be something else. I have no idea. I don't know. Now, I've got to say that I think the color changing detail on the shoe is kind of lame. I love color changing. It looks great on our Apothecary socks. Not to toot my own horn, but it does. I think that they could have done an entirely color changing upper. I know you can do color changing in knit because I've done it with a factory. Like, it can be done. I don't know why they chose to only really change the color of the stripe on the side. It would be sick. And I don't really love the orange that it changes to. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just not for me. It would be sick if they changed the entire upper of the shoe, even to orange. Fine, whatever. If the entire upper of the shoe changed to a different color, I'd be 100% on board. As for this, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, it could be the countdown could be for that. That's a really good guess. I would be willing to bet that would be what it is. Did you get in on the Joe Freshgoods New Balance raffle today? No, I didn't know it was happening. What? Yo, bro, you shouldn't have told me about that. I really want those. Joe Freshgoods NB. There we go. So I have the original one because you guys know me, I talk about it all the time. But a size 9 in these is $900, $850. Which I know it's been a while since we talked about this earlier in the stream, but if you've been watching the whole stream, you know I'm on that Dave Ramsey thing right now, which I've been on for about 3 years at this point, but I'm getting serious now because I'm a homeowner. I'm trying to pay off this mortgage. So $900 on a sneaker is not, unless it's a shoe that I think will get great views on the channel, which I know that sucks to say, but you know, at the end of the day, this channel is a business, and I'm trying to bring you guys content that you guys want to watch. Consequently, videos that get views are the ones that usually are the shoes that people usually want to hear about. And as much as I think this shoe is amazing, and I want this personally, I don't know if it would be worth the investment in getting it, because $900 is a lot, and I do not think I would be able to make that money back on a video. However, I do love this shoe, and I really wish I could get it. Maybe I'll sell some other shoes and grab it. But it is what it is. What else we got? Just cop the AJ1 UNC. That's sick. You should cop the ALD New Balance 1300. It's around or below retail. Amazing shoe. I do like it a lot. We were actually just talking about it earlier. I have the ALD 550s in 2 different colors. And then I also got the 650s coming out next year. I pre-ordered the gray pair. I should have gotten the green pair, but I got the gray pair because I thought that the gray pair was a green pair. And then once I pre-ordered it, I was like, I don't need 2. I would like 2. I didn't even know I could buy 2 at the time. I thought there was limited to 1, but apparently it's not. When are the ochre foams dropping? I thought they already dropped, but I guess not. Let's see, ochre. Yeezy ochre foams. They are dropping. Quantum Onyx. All right. They are dropping. I think they've already dropped. I think they have. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I think they already have. Let's see what Jordan sneakers we got dropping. We've got the 36s, which I said were on the 20th, but apparently Sneaker News has them as the 18th. They may be on the 18th. We've got these 4s, which are interesting. We've got these Salehe May Jordan 14 Low Fortunes, which are sick. Really like these a lot. This is my favorite Salehe May shoe that she's dropped so far. Kudos to her. Oh, shoot. Okay, so this is the Starfish one. I thought this was a Chicago one based on the color of my screen, but no. We've got these Starfish. That looks really red. Am I wrong? It is. It's the monitor that I'm using. It looks really red on the monitor. It's orange on this thing. 700 V2 Mauve is one dropping on Yeezy supply. Oh, that's awesome. What's up, AMI? Thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's the Mauves. Okay, cool. Cool. The Mauve V2s. Yeah, so the Starfish Jordan 1 Low OGs are dropping on the 26th, which is pretty soon. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to be... Are they on the sneakers app? Probably. This is going to be a hyped-up release. It's crazy that Lows are hyped up the way that they are now. Dude, you could walk into the outlets and buy a pair of Chicago 1 Lows in 2015. And I should have. I could pay off my car with that. If I had bought a couple pairs. You've got the Jordan 4 Lightnings on the 28th. You've got some Golf Boys on the 4th of... I'm sorry. They are the Air Jordan 4s. They're dropping in August sometime. And then in September, we've got some other pretty cool stuff. But in... Did I go all the way down? I did go all the way down. In August, it looks like we're getting the Jordan 34s, 36s, the Salehe May 14s, and then the Starfish ones. Those seem to be the big Jordan releases of the month. And also, of course, the Lightnings on the 28th. But that seems to be it as far as big releases, which is kind of disappointing. I guess we already did have the big releases with the Travises. That was a pretty big drop. I thought these Dunks, I saw these when I was in Vegas. They had these. These RLE 5. These are sick. Okay. We've got Acid Wash 1985 Dunk Highs dropping on the 19th. We've got these Dunk High First Uses, which apparently are more hype than I expected initially. We've got Undefeated Dunks dropping. Got all sorts of stuff. I like this colorway a lot. I don't know what colorway this is, but I like it. More Acid Washes, some Freak 3s. I wonder if the sales of the Zoom Freak 3s will go up because he just won a championship. I'd be interested to know. We'll see. Retro Rick! No way! Thank you so much for tuning in, man. I really appreciate you, and thank you for the $20 donation. Retro Rick says, paying for the $20 sneaker collection. That is, you're amazing, man. Thank you so much. Guys, Retro Rick is the reason for the $20, building a $20 sneaker collection series. He is the reason. I was obsessed with this channel. I had been watching all of the videos in his $10 sneaker collection and also the videos that were kind of around that. But I marathoned his playlist, and I've still been, every one he drops I watch. So huge shout out to Retro Rick. I think, honestly, and big words to say, but I think currently on YouTube he's my favorite channel. Shout out to Retro Rick. Huge inspiration for the channel. And you guys have to watch this. If you like my $20, building a $20 sneaker collection, you're going to love his $10 game collection. It's nuts. You guys have to watch it. Seriously. Shout out to Retro Rick. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, man. I appreciate you. In more ways than just the donation, man. Thank you so much. Josh Babbitt says, going for the Toriello 4s for sure. Probably won't hit, though. Yeah, probably not. I think there will probably be a good amount of pairs of them, but the chances of grabbing any sneakers right now are pretty low. I don't think there's anything Nike can do. I think we just need to stop buying sneakers for resale. And if we stop buying sneakers for resale, then resellers will slow down a little bit. I don't have a problem with reselling personally. I think the problem comes when it hits this sort of extent. And I don't have a problem with anyone trying to pay their bills. I think that's great. So, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's a very complex situation. But yeah, so that's pretty much all the sneaker releases that I can see. I mean, there are some crazy things dropping, like these Fragment Sakai's. There's no date yet, though, so I don't want to really dig into that yet. But some good shoes, some solid releases. I think the Travises were the biggest thing of the month. But for this sit or sell video, we are going to have some hot releases, like some of these Jordans and some of these Yeezys. So there are some good shoes dropping. But yeah, I think at this point, I'm going to start rounding down the chat a little bit. I'm going to start slowly finishing off this Weekly Heat 800K celebration video. Throw your questions in the chat. Oh, Kelvin, yes, you're right. Yeah, so we're going to talk about the Salehe Bembury Crocs really quick. Gotta spell first. Salehe Bembury Crocs. So correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not too familiar with Salehe's previous work history, but Salehe Bembury, I believe, was the head of men's fashion design at Versace for a while. Maybe I'm wrong. Not sure. But yeah, so he is dropping a brand new collaboration with Crocs, of all people. Shout out to Salehe for killing it. Now, Salehe has had some of the best New Balance collaborations I think I've ever seen, ever. I have both of them. There might be more. I think there's just the two, though. The 2002 Rs. Insane collaborations. Absolutely love them. They're up there with the Joe Fresh goods for me. I feel like it's either New Balance is amazing at getting really great collaborators, which I think is true, I think New Balance sneakers don't look bad in any colorway, because even if the colorway is not something you would usually like, the materials make up for it, and the color blocking usually makes up for it. So huge shout out to New Balance for just killing it consistently. Collaborate with your boy, please. If not, that's cool. That's fine. I'll just keep buying your shoes. So these Salehe Bembury Crocs are crazy. Now what's nuts about these is that not only are these a Salehe Bembury Crocs collaboration, but rather than just changing the color of the Croc like most other collaborators do and adding new gibbets, this one is actually a completely new Croc mold. So if you guys know anything about manufacturing, essentially what happens, especially with Crocs, is they build this huge metal mold and they just it's usually an injection mold where they inject material into a mold and that material kind of expands into the space of the mold and that creates the shoe. Usually, you have to create a whole different size run, so you need probably 20 different molds or mold halves, and then you have a couple different molds just so you can print multiples at once. or not print, but injection mold multiples at once. The problem is because those molds are solid pieces of metal, they have to be machined out to actually create the shape inside the metal, and that costs thousands and thousands of dollars. So usually whenever you create a new version of a shoe or a new midsole that needs to be actually molded, it costs $20,000 to $30,000 for a full size run, and that's for a small size run of sneakers. Like if you're only creating like one different size at a time. If you're doing something like Nike, it's going to cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. However, I think they probably own their own factory, so it might not cost them anything. I don't know. But usually for collaborations are done to sort of increase the visibility of the brand, and so they don't usually put that much money into it, at least that I know of. At least not anything more than advertising dollars. I'm getting really deep here, but this is sort of what I've learned. Let me know if I'm off base at all. I'm sure I don't know if there's people in the chat who work in the industry, but if they do, let me know if I'm off base about this. So it's very interesting when a company invests in a designer like this. Like if you guys notice with the New Balance collaboration, New Balance was willing to let Salehe create a colorway and pick materials on the top of the shoe, but he wasn't able to really do anything other than pick the colors of the midsole. He couldn't change the mold of the midsole. That'd be too expensive. Crocs obviously is putting a lot more money towards this collaboration and letting him create his own mold for this shoe. Like this is a completely unique, one-of-a-kind mold that they've created for this collaboration that he probably will use again. He'll probably create a couple different colorways, I would assume, because that's really expensive for just one shoe. I think they probably will be losing money with this collab unless they drop a lot of pairs. So that's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming this is probably a long-term collaboration. But yeah, so usually when people collaborate with brands, unless it's someone who's huge like Kanye, where Adidas just is like, do whatever you want, or Travis, where Nike doesn't say do whatever you want, but gives them a lot more freedom. It seems like Crocs is doing that with Salehe, and I'm sure Crocs has their own. I'm sure Crocs is so huge. I'm sure they have their own ways to cheapen the manufacturing process. And I'm sure it wasn't as expensive I'm sure it probably was as expensive as I was saying, but probably not as big of a hit to them as I think that it should have been. So this shoe is completely brand new. I've never seen Crocs do something like this where they give a designer just the chance to create this crazy new Croc. I'm sure it's done, but I haven't seen it. This shoe is nuts looking. It's actually a fingerprint if you look at the bottom of the sneaker. It's this really cool fingerprint design. It's something that he uses on a lot of his sneakers. It's sort of his like signature or his fingerprint. That's kind of funny. I never thought about it like that. But it's on the back of the New Balance 2002 Rs, and now it's on the entire Croc. I love this shoe. I love ridiculous looking sneakers, and this is just by far one of the most ridiculous looking sneakers I've ever seen. I love the color variation. I like that it's not just one shade of color. And this shoe is a sneaker that, like I said earlier, I'm just like really trying not to pay resale for things right now. But if I can't grab these for retail, I'll probably spend up to I'd be willing to spend $300 for these, which is a lot for a pair of Crocs. That's how much I paid for the foam runners initially. What was the first colorway? I forget what the name of it was, but the first colorway, the foam runners, I paid $300 for, and I think that's how much I'd be willing to pay for these Crocs. So shout out to Salehe Bembury for killing it consistently. You're always killing it, man. Shout out to Salehe. I dig this compared to the usual silhouettes as XFA. I do too, actually. I definitely prefer this to a standard pair of Crocs. It's different. People are going to look at your feet and be like, what the hell is that? And I would be like, Salehe Bembury Crocs, bruh. Get with it. That's what I wouldn't say that, but that's what I'd be thinking. Yeah, these are fire. Have you seen the new Suicide Squad movie? If you have, what character would you base a sneaker off of? That's a good question. I have not, unfortunately. It looks like whipped cream. It does, kind of. Where's episode 10 of the $20 sneaker collection? It's coming out tomorrow. I haven't edited it at all, but it's filmed. So, probably tomorrow afternoon, late afternoon. Naruto Crocs. Lightning McQueens are the only grails. Ararat foam runners. Thank you, Ararat foam runners. So, did you get the notification for Members Week on the Confirmed app? I did not get the... I'm sure I did. I just didn't look at it. I don't really look at a lot of notifications anymore. I've been kind of trying to tune out my phone a little bit, so hopefully I haven't got... Actually, I should check to see if I got any exclusive access for Nike Dunks, because if I did, I'd be pissed. Let's see. I don't think I did. Here we go. Moment of truth. Thoughts on the Hirachi. Dope sneaker. Let's see. No. I just got not selected on the Travis's. Actually, look at all the not selecteds in there. It's crazy. I used to hit on the sneakers app back in the day. I think everyone did. But damn, congrats, J Hoop, getting those Travis Scotts in class on Friday. G.I. Joe Crocs. How hyped are you for Donda, says Sosa18. So my friend Osman that I went to Vegas with for Agenda, the convention we were showing off our socks, he had it on his phone. I listened to a couple songs, and it was sick. I really liked it. But I don't know. I haven't had a lot of time to like really listen to music recently, but I'm really trying to get back to the gym and start listening to music again. It's been the last week I've been just traveling and working, and it's been a lot. So I guess it's only been a week since I've done any like going to the gym and listening to music, but that's usually where I listen. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. No one hits anymore. It's an urban legend. Okay, guys, at this point, I think I want to end the stream on a high note before I start just... It's happening. It's happening right now. I'm losing it before I lose it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys being here. I want to thank you guys wholeheartedly for supporting the channel and getting me to 800,000 subscribers. I cannot believe it. You guys have literally made a dream that I never thought was possible come true, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. So thank you for the support. Subscribe if you have not yet subscribed and you're just watching this video. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see more live streams, whether it's weekly heats or otherwise. I do them rarely, but I do them. I would do them more if you guys would like to see more. And stay tuned for tomorrow's video of building a $20 sneaker collection. Shout out once again to Retro Rick for the donation and also inspiring the entire series. Guys, check out his channel. A great way to do it is either searching his name, Retro Rick, or I link it in, I think, every video of the building a $20 sneaker collection. So make sure to check him out. But guys, that's pretty much it for the day. Thank you guys so much for watching. It has been a pleasure talking to you guys. This is my favorite stream we've done so far. I really appreciate it. You guys are the absolute best. And with all that being said, thank you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Let me find the end button. Where is it? There we go.